Hello everybody and welcome to a Big CTV taste test. My name is Chris and today we're going to be doing something really special. And I say really special because I am trying an item that is very difficult to come by. So back in the 80s, Coca-Cola decided that their classic Coca-Cola wasn't hip with the kids, so to speak. So they decided to reinvent themselves by copying their closest competitor, Pepsi, and created a brand new formula for Coca-Cola that they dubbed New Coke. Well, if you don't know the history on New Coke, it was a colossal disaster. They ended up renaming it temporarily to Coke 2 after bringing back what fans really wanted, which was the original formula for Coca-Cola, and then they quietly discontinued Coke 2 in the 90s. Well, to celebrate the release of Stranger Things Season 3, which comes out on Netflix July 4th, Coca-Cola has partnered with Netflix to bring back, in a very limited run, New Coke. That's right, I have a can of New Coke. You can only acquire it at the moment by going to Coke's website and purchasing this Stranger Things pack, which includes 2 stylistic glass bottles of Coke and Coke Zero with Stranger Things labels on them. And then if you buy that, it comes with 2 cans of New Coke. Of course, I had to do this because I have to see how New Coke tastes. Now, obviously this is not New Coke from the 80s. This is a recreation using the original formula for New Coke. And this is a 1985 styled can. So, how this taste test is going to work, a little bit different from most of mine. We're actually going to do a little bit of a comparison. I'm going to try New Coke, just straight up, see what I think of it. Afterwards, I'm going to try Coca-Cola Classic, which is the original formula of Coca-Cola. I'm also going to try a Pepsi and see which one I like the most. This is going to be a fun one. So let's start off by trying out New Coke. All right, first the sniff test. It smells like Pepsi. Coca-Cola has a distinct smell to it when you open up a can, and this smells like Pepsi. Let's try New Coke, shall we? Bottoms up. Ooh, that's sweet. Yep. So the main thing that I personally like about Coca-Cola is the fact that it has a little bit of a bite to it. So you take it, of course it's a cola, so it's supposed to be sweet and have kind of that molassesy sort of flavor. But Coca-Cola has just a little bit of a bite that no other cola has really been able to capture. This completely removes that. This is just sugar upon sugar. And if you like Pepsi, you'll probably like this, to be honest. But as someone who is much more of a fan of the classic Coca-Cola, it's okay. Now let's compare it to Coca-Cola Classic and see how that is. So let's try Classic Coke. Oh yeah. Coca-Cola is easily one of the most distinguishable beverages in the world. There's a reason why Coke is like the #1 soft drink in the world. It has this very distinct flavor, has that little bit of a bite, and it just tastes a little bit better than most colas. And Coca-Cola Classic is the reason for that. It's really good. By comparison, more New Coke. Yeah, it's just, the bite is gone, and I just feel like they added like an extra scoop of sugar into that one. I don't hate it, but I definitely prefer Coke Classic over New Coke. So now, since we've tried the original and proven the original is better, at least in my opinion, we're going to try Coke's competitor. The reason why they made New Coke, Pepsi. Because the kids apparently liked Pepsi back in the 80s. And Coke wanted to see if they could recreate that success. So let's try some Pepsi and compare that to New Coke. Bottoms up. definitely sugarier than regular Coke, but it does still have a more distinct taste, like a different taste than New Coke. So by comparison again, to be honest, I actually like Pepsi better than New Coke. Because again, I feel like Pepsi, it's definitely sweeter than Coke. But it still has, it has a different flavor to, it's hard to describe because cola's cola. Everyone knows how cola tastes. Pepsi, it's very sweet, but it has a little bit more of a bite than New Coke. By comparison, let me try regular Coke again. Yeah, so on the bite scale, this one has a nice bite when you finish. Like, it gives you almost like a, not salt, but like, it gives you a little bit of a kick after you take a sip. This one has some of a bite, but not a whole lot because there's a lot more sugar. This one just tastes like you dumped an entire extra cup of sugar in a cola for no reason. So, to be completely honest, it was a good thing that Coke gave up on this. It's not as good as the original. It's honestly not even as good as Pepsi. It's just overly sweet and not that great. But if you did not grow up in the 80s and you want to try authentic New Coke out for yourself, like I said before, you can go to the Coke website, order the Stranger Things collectible bottle set, and it comes with 2 cans of New Coke. Comes in this classic 1985 style can, and you can do a little taste test for yourself. So, those are my thoughts on New Coke as well as its, regular Coke and Pepsi. And that's going to do it for this taste test. I'd like to give a shout out to my good friend Victoria, who asked for a shout out. So here you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Look for plenty more episodes of Taste Test throughout the rest of the year. Trying to come up with some more unique things to give it an extra spin. And I feel this was a good choice. And I'll try to come up with more kind of insightful stuff to add to future videos as well. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Big C TV Taste Test. Bye.